Your guardian angels have something they want you to know about someone you've crossed paths with. This is a person who once had a chance to know you, but didn't take it. You strive for perfection, and impossible as it sounds, you've come close to showing someone what it really looks like. The angels say, at the time, they turned down the opportunity, maybe without thinking much about it. They didn't really look closely, didn't take the time to see who you truly are. It wasn't done out of cruelty, but out of assumption. They made a snap decision, and they didn't realize they were walking away from something extraordinary. If they had paused, they might have seen what others eventually do. Your kindness, your calm, your spark. They would have noticed the way you listen, not just with your ears, but with your full attention. They would have caught the way your smile can soften even the hardest of days, or how you have this subtle way of making people feel safe without trying. Think about how different that chapter might have been if they'd just taken a second longer to see you clearly, not just the surface, but the depth, the potential, the connection that was waiting to unfold. But something recently changed. They saw you again. Maybe it was in passing. Maybe it was a brief interaction. But whatever it was, it shook them. That single moment brought everything back and made them realize what they missed. They were caught off guard, like the air shifted around them the moment you entered the space. Their eyes lingered a little longer than they meant to. Something familiar stirred, something they couldn't quite name, but couldn't ignore either. Maybe it was a memory, or the sound of your voice, or even just the way you stood, grounded, composed, radiant. Suddenly, all the moments they dismissed flashed back in reverse. They saw the opportunity they'd once overlooked, and this time they felt the weight of it. They remembered the kindness in your eyes, the thoughtfulness in your words, and how you always seemed to know the right thing to say, even when you didn't say much at all. That recollection hit harder than they expected. It wasn't nostalgia, it was clarity. And in that clarity, they saw just how rare you really are. You strive for excellence in everything you do. And even when you're not trying, you radiate something people notice. Strength, grace, resilience. People may not always say it out loud, but they feel it. You bring a quiet kind of power into every room, and most of the time, you don't even realize the effect you have. Strangers feel drawn to you. Friends rely on you more than they admit. Even those who barely know you can sense there's something different about you, something steady, something rare. And the person who overlooked you, they now see what so many others saw all along, and they feel the distance they created by not recognizing it sooner. And for the first time, they understood what they let go. I repeat, you strive for perfection, and impossible as it sounds, you've come close to showing someone what it really looks like. People are quick to judge. They base things on appearances or assumptions. That's what happened here. They didn't mean to dismiss you, but they did. And now they can't stop thinking about how different things could have been if they just looked closer the first time. The moment they saw you again, it hit them all at once. Your presence, your energy, the way you carry yourself. There's something about you that doesn't need to be announced. It's just felt. People may not always be able to put it into words, but they notice the way you handle yourself in silence, how you don't chase attention, yet somehow command it. Have you ever noticed how people naturally lean in a little closer when you speak? or how your calmness can ease a tense room without you even trying. That's not something you can fake. That's something real. And when they saw you again, all those qualities stood out in sharp contrast to the noise around them. You didn't just reappear, you reminded them of everything they didn't take the time to see before. It was like seeing you for the first time with new eyes, and with it came a flood of thoughts about the moments they could have shared with you, the conversations they never had, the bond that never got the chance to grow. Now they're caught between regret and hope. They wonder if they missed their only chance, or if, just maybe, life might offer them one more shot. They're hoping for a sign, a moment, a small window of opportunity to reach out, but they don't know if they should. What if too much time has passed? What if you've already moved on, grown past the point of wanting to look back? Those are the thoughts running through their mind, but at the same time they wonder, what if the spark is still there? What if the connection they once ignored was always meant to circle back in its own timing? These are the questions that keep them awake at night, questions they wish they had the courage to ask you directly. And yet, deep down, part of them still believes in second chances, in the right timing, in the idea that maybe not all missed connections are permanent. That's where your angels come in. They want you to know that this choice is in your hands. If your heart is open to it, if you feel that the connection is worth exploring, then know this: the universe is ready to support a second chance. And if you do let them in again, if you choose to give it a shot, they won't take it lightly this time. They've learned from their mistake. They won't waste a second chance. Every word would matter. Every shared moment would feel meaningful. They'd make sure you know you're valued, seen, and appreciated for who you truly are. Because that's what you deserve. Not halfway efforts or silent doubts, but real presence. You deserve someone who chooses you clearly and consistently. Someone who listens when you speak, shows up when it counts, and values you not for what you do, but for who you are. You've spent so long carrying yourself with grace, even when others missed what was right in front of them. If a second chance is given, it should meet the standard you've always lived by: honesty, intention, and genuine care. Nothing less, because once someone truly sees you, they won't want to look away again. And if they do, then they were never meant to stay. What matters most is that you continue to see your own worth, even when others are late in realizing it. This concludes the message from your guardian angels. I want to end with a prayer for you. Lord, remind them of the strength they carry and the grace they've shown, even when they were overlooked. Heal the ache of being unseen, and fill their heart with peace as they consider whether to open the door to what once was. If a second chance is meant to unfold, let it come with clarity, kindness, and truth. May they never settle for less than what they truly deserve. Amen. Your angels see something beautiful in this connection, a bond that could blossom into something real, if you choose to let it. Type 707 to claim this message and the blessings inside for your own. Try and leave a positive comment for other viewers who might need a positivity boost in their day. The universe sees it as an act of kindness that fuels the cycle of good karma. You'll be spreading positivity and receiving the universe's blessings in return. Let's uplift each other and create waves of good energy together. Did you know there's a possible image of your real soulmate that you can look at right now? It might be someone you know or someone that you haven't met. It's amazing how accurate these have been. You have to see the photo to see what I mean. Click the link in the description to get your soulmate sketch. An important message is waiting for you in the next video. Will you hear it?